to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay. We're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. On the Browns sideline, you'll look at head coach Kevin Stefanski. His side not able to get it done in their home opener, hoping for some better luck on the road here. Facing off against him, head coach John Harbaugh of the Ravens. These guys also on the losing end of their opener, so we're going to see who's able to avoid that 0-2 start here. Brock Huey with you on the call. This is rookie Tyler Luke to do the honors. And we're underway from the bank. Starting at the 10. We dodge the tackle. Here are the Browns now, headed out to their first drive. And they're brought out by the rookie who was the talk of the NFL draft. Brock, first-round hype, but didn't go until the 5th round. It's Shedeur Sanders.
People who get stuck on the last name or draft day fall will lose sight of the QB that this guy can be in the NFL. Confidence is a funny thing, especially from the outside to judge what it may look like, what it may sound like, but I know this. You've got to have it to play in this league.
First down run, netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Another game to Judkins. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they will be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
Sanders now on 3rd down. His first throw is an interception. Picked up by Chidobe Awuzie. And the Ravens get the football on the first turnover of the contest. We all know everybody wants to avoid an opening drive 3-and-out partner, but given how that one just went, an opening drive punt probably doesn't seem too bad right now.
No, I think everybody on that sideline would co-sign, especially the quarterback. And you also now give life to this defense and their offense that runs on the field.
So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Running once more with Henry. Makes the tackle. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hill now from the gun. And he stops as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
14 yards. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Henry can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Back to Henry. This is stuff behind the line as well. These last 2 snaps may have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here who's got to compensate for 2.
Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. It's going to be taken in at the 8. Mismanages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And time to hit a quick reset here, partner, after they find themselves behind following that opening drive INT.
Yeah, you say reset, I say Control-Alt-Delete. Pretend like it didn't even happen. You got to flush it in a hurry.
After one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for a second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And this one, not surprisingly, brought a loss of yards as they had to scramble to even get that football back. Wow, this has been a rough sequence for them starting out. First the interception, and now almost giving it away again on the fumble.
Yeah, Coach's going to have to get everybody around the campfire and get this thing figured out, because through all the years and all the styles of play, we know one thing, Kate. Turnover margin in the NFL is the biggest indicator of winning and losing.
That's complete to Tillman outright. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. They're just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
And he drives this into the pouring rain. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. And so far they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
One set up for Lamar. And he'll be met near the lines, limit the game to a yard. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Lamar now from the gun. Finds Bateman on the slant. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
And they aren't going to like this. They went to the zone read, and it winds up losing them 3 yards. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play, and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
The next on the crosser. And that will not be enough for a first down. The rookie out of UCLA in on the stop.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
They've been perfect to that point on the drive, Buck. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. It's the same thing defensively. You've got to get stopped, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm. How about that? He gets to add a field goal to his extra point. And 2 series in, he knows he's played a big role in this one.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Starting from the 5. Escapes the defender. He's brought down just inside the 25. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Here he goes, third and long. And the floater falls to the deck. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at fourth and long. They'll punch another one away. Corey Bajolquez returning to the field. Tylan Wallace on the return for the Ravens. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Baltimore running its offense out now. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already, this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. First down, here's Lamar. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. This is Henry on second. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a game lead. And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
You just get the play off. Throwing this one back in the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. It's a 10-0 ball game. Back to the bank in just a moment. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. He works it down to the 37. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up
Jackson now on third. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. It's going to be Baltimore first.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Run for Henry. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Lamar off the play fake. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And the gun, give it to him. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 5. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal at the 5-yard
Pistol
line.
snap to Jackson. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 16-point ball game. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Root tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead.
Ravens 17, Browns nothing.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. And quick there. They bring him to the turn. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
After the sack could really use a big play here on second down. It's 2nd and 15. Sanders back to throw. Running outside. And he takes it forward to maybe the 23. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
5 yards on the play. And it's
Third and long, not going to throw. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Takes this one at the 40. It's a textbook work covering that part. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Coach John Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. And it's an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Oh, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Completed over the middle. He gets it forward over the middle to his 46. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
To the air on 3rd and long. He's making a bid for it. And this one does not go far.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 33.
First and 10 at the 33.
And he could have a free play here. And it's a sack. They got there to take him down, but there was a reason for that. So he had a flag down. I think that's going to nullify the play. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still first down.
A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. Running it after the penalty. Just a yard on the play, Brock. Thanks to the previous penalty, we've got that 2nd and 4.
Name had a PK on the stop. A gain of a yard.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders.
At the 39-yard line.
He keeps it and takes off. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll see he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Here's Judkins on second down. He's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. So it'll be second and long coming up. That is on the other side of our 2-minute warning. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. Breaking out of the gun, Sanders. Now he takes it. He gets it forward a little to his 46. Namdi Matabike making that stop.
Namdi Matabike on the stop. That's a gain of 4.
Play action, Sanders. Pocket isn't moving up. They're able to drop it. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Corey Bajorquez on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. We see the Ravens making their way out now. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First down now, ball at the 33. Play fake, Jackson. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room. DeAndre Hopkins the touchdown.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Here's Luke for the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Ravens make it a 24-point ball game. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. On first down, here's Sanders. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. No place to go. Ravens take him down. Looking quickly here.
Sanders sacked. A loss of 6 yards.
They'll go play action for Sanders. No one open on that play, so he's going to check this to another county. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long for him here. Baltimore, it's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. The Browns are lined up to punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Shoots away from one. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Ravens taking over now on offense. Minimal time remaining in the half. Well, Brock, it only took them 1 play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Sends this to the end zone. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room. DeAndre Hopkins the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Ravens continue piling onto this lead. set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Browns going on offense here, very late in the half. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum here, or if they just choose to head off and lick those wounds. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. To the air on first down, Sanders. Throw right side, caught by Njoku. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
To the gun, here's Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Okay.
Can
I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Well, last play didn't work out too well. Looks like they're going ground game. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott, and hope you are really today enjoying that dry studio as the rain continues to fall here in our second half. There's Tylan Wallace on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Ravens and DeAndre Hopkins getting set for this next offensive possession. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. And off now to Hill. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now they really manage both second down.
Right down the middle with Henry. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain.
First and 10 from the 43.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
It's Henry on the counter. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6.
Second and 6.
Lamar now from the gun. Looking slant route, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of defense. And third and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Browns getting their offense out there. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Sanders going to throw here on first. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Kyle Hamilton was there defensively.
Shotgun handoff here for Judkins. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Cut through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. And that play right there, Brock, is this game in a nutshell. No points, but plenty of struggles.
What did the late great John Wooden used to say? Never confuse activity for achievement. We've not seen much achievement today.
A little of a screen pass for Judkins. And he crosses the sideline, a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30. Browns are lining up to punt. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. Coach John Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. And they don't need anything out of this drive right now, Brock. That lead's already been built as we look to the scoreboard. But like architects, they might want to see just how high they can take it.
And we're going to know here in just a second how they attack these opening plays. Do they opt to take it easy, play conservative, just keep stepping on that gas?
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll give it to Hill. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Design run. Jackson keeping it. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
Changing it up here, Jackson. Shoves one away. He dodged the tackle. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
And the Baltimore.
It gives to Henry on the inside handoff. He's going to bring this down to their 35. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. All set to go now from the 35.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
Awareness. That's what I call it, Kate. Awareness. You got to have a game awareness and understand the situation. 3rd and long, you should never take a sack. Put the ball in play or throw it away, but don't take a sack in that situation.
And this one is out of bounds, no return on the kick. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And coming off a 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, here's Judkins. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also puts the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter. That's what I call the complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. To throw now is Sanders. Ravens get him. Down he goes. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. It's built this lead, and you know it's the the way they want to finish it.
On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. The drive begins with Henry. He brought to the tackler. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hill now from the gun. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Lamar's going to keep this one. Here he goes again. Now a hit and Jackson loses the ball. And the Browns pick it up. And the return finally over as they take the fumble into enemy territory. A nice takeaway to end that third quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the fourth. It's the Browns with the ball, but they enter this fourth quarter at a massive deficit. Here's first and 10 from the 47. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Couldn't find a completion on first down. After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
Going again here, Sanders. Short pass caught by his tight end. He's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Third and just 2 to go.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third.
And the pistol, here's Jenkins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on fourth down. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And that short gain is enough for him to set it down.
Fourth and 1, why not turn it into a battle up front? You think you got the bigger, badder dudes on the line? Well, they just proved it. No thinking, just do.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got second and 11.
Kyle Van Noy on the tackle. A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 37-yard.
To the air, Sanders. Falcons isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. For the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Loss of 5 yards. And it's
Here's Sanders now. The line, he's going to run for it. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. The defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a fourth down.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense is lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. To him on fourth down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They lost it in enemy territory their last time out. Never a spot you want to fumble. So I imagine, Brock, it's going to be two hands on the football as they return to the field. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Run drawn up here for Lamar. There he goes again. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. They broke out the design run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set to the drive. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. Here's Judkins on 1st down. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Another game to Judkins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, no, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Sanders back to throw. No place to go. Ravens take him down. Now we've got whistles for a stoppage. Looks like it's for an injured player, and it appears the medical staff is headed for quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on 2nd. Here's the backup. First throw. Throw left side. Finds Fanning. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
A 9-yard gain in the play.
On the gun, Gabriel. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Hey, Kate, it's time to add some players and some names and a team to the all-time record list. It used to read 12 when it comes to sacks, accomplished 5 times. But you know what we just witnessed? We just witnessed the 13th sack of this game in NFL history. This group has lived behind the other side of the line all game long, and now they will live in the record books right now.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. He gets a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
First and 10 at the 39.
Fresh set of downs now from the 39. Going to the ground again on 1st. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Running once more with Henry. He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Following the play, got somebody in some discomfort, Brock. Timeout called as they head to take a look at Isaiah Likely. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Now run by Hill. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
That's the 2-minute
Brings
warning
up
here from
2nd and
Baltimore.
7.
Ravens nearing their first win of the
47-yard
season. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Hill again. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. 6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He's making a bid for it. Escapes the defender. And he's down to almost... Oh, no. They're actually going to give him the 30 here. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.